So guys, today we got a Honda City. We are replacing the right hand drive shaft because the drive shaft is already busted. So what I've already done here, I've already jacked up the car, put it on safety stand. So that's both sides, as you can see, okay? And the drive shaft is actually located just under there. So I'll run a video of replacing this drive shaft, okay? That's the drive shaft that we're going to be replacing. It actually connects right there. This is the transmission. So of course there's oil in it here. Before we actually remove that drive shaft, we do need to drain the transmission fluid first so it doesn't actually leak out. So this is what I prepared earlier. It's just basically an engine oil canister. I've cleaned it thoroughly so to make sure there's no debris and stuff. So because we're gonna drain the transmission fluid in here, and of course we're just gonna put it back later once the new drive shaft is already in. Move the drain plug to drain the transmission fluid. It's basically a plug with a 3/8. So you just need to find the 3/8 ratchet, connect it right there. Oh, there you go. It's really simple. So guys, we do need to remove the lower ball joint. Steer the wheel so you get better access on the bolt, okay? So guys, pay attention to this job. The hitting to loosen up the lower ball joint will be just directly at the lower knuckle. Try not to hit the drive shaft or any other components, just straight to the lower knuckle, okay? Use a pry bar, guys, to get leverage, okay? So guys, we are removing the drive shaft bolt. Unlock the bolt lock. As you see, I'm trying with a screwdriver.
Guys, you don't actually have to remove the whole lower arm in this process. The only part is just to dislodge the knuckle from the lower arm from this area only, okay? And we do actually have to remove the tie rod and actually connect it to the knuckle also, just to give more room to get the drive shaft out of the way. So now guys, the process of getting the drive shaft out from the knuckle, okay? When prying out the drive shaft out from the transmission, just do it carefully not to damage any of the side or the oil seals, okay?
That's the new drive shaft that we'll be using. Brand and the Guido, they're pretty good brand. Okay, so we got a new drive shaft here. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, so what you do is, of course, every principle, before you fit the new part in, make sure you just compare it with the old one. Make sure they're all correct. Alright. So it looks pretty much the same to me. So you got this one here, same length. Length. See, this one is a bit wobbly. You should be a bit fit. See, that one doesn't move. Look, you see, that one doesn't move. You see, it's pretty solid. And look at that, that's really flimsy. That's why it's making noise when it turns.
So guys, now we are in the process of putting back the new drive shaft in. Just do it very carefully, make sure you don't bust at any seals or hit any side of where the hole's supposed to be. Okay, it should be alright. So guys, take your time while inserting this drive shaft. If you do need to inspect several times, just have a look, make sure everything's all secured in, okay? And now just matter of fitting back the drive shaft back into the center of the knuckle, and of course the knuckle goes back where the lower arm where the ball joint meets. So guys, if you just look right here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pry slightly on the lower arm so I could get the bolt in to lock the lower ball joint. Apologize for the bad lighting. So what I'm trying to actually do is to put the bolt in, because the bolt was very close to the drive shaft. So what I did, I put slightly down on the lower arm, get the bolt in maybe 1 or 2 thread, let it go, and then of course continue by just turning with a spanner. So guys, use this method to tighten the lower ball joint bolt, which is on the very lower arm area. So this was basically just to put a bit of load on the lower arm so it doesn't stress the bolt as you're tightening it, okay? Use this method, is always the best way. Now just bolting back the drive shaft bolt. And of course guys, don't forget to lock back the lock bolt on this one. So that's basically the job's done, guys. Now last thing is just wheels back on, the car comes down from the jack, and of course the last thing, don't forget that the gearbox oil that you drained out before, just fill it all back up again, okay?